Rob Square!
Oh. Oh, you.
Yeah. Hey, special service announcement for you. Old news, but also new news and alarming news.
Kind of relevant news.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a relevant individual.
It's an urgent message.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
And here it is.
Why do you think those girls really like you?
I think probably because of the money, you know, and I'm not going to deny it. I walk around with $100 bills hanging out of my pockets usually and try and give it my best shot because before I ever made any money, it was pretty much big nothingsville. I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. The punk rockers all love me. Those are my big girls, and high school girls love me. 14 to 18, I'm a big star with them. As soon as they mature, after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there, you know.
So tell me, man, how's this year's crop of freshman chicks looking? That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age. Yes, they do.
So Collinsworth is on record in 1985 saying some very, very crazy things. Yeah. And he said it in a tongue-in-cheek manner, but unfortunately, in one parallel I'll have, this is a dark parallel, but you know, when you have a name brand and you're thought of as a good person, sure. Bill Cosby also joked about the Spanish fly. All the time. On CNN, man, and people just laugh. Like, oh, you put a little drop in the girl's drink and she does whatever you want. Ha ha, that's every boy's dream.
We will still be searching for Spanish fly.
That's right.
And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, no, it was on the head of a pin.
That's right.
And
Drop
you put
it
it
in
in
a
the drink.
Coca-Cola. Don't matter.
It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and
she's yours.
Hello, America.
Yeah, it was funny until he started fucking raping girls.
Until it was true.
Yes, and we're not trying to say this about Collinsworth. Let's preface this with that.
But
unfortunately, on record, saying 14, and we're going to break this video down. Yeah. We already showed it to you. The comparison is Chris Collinsworth is Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused.
So tell me, man, how's this year's crop of freshman chicks looking?
The joke. How's the new freshman crop going? And actually, the darkest thing about it is he said 14-year-olds. 14 sometimes isn't even high school. Which, either way, 80s were a different time, right?
Yeah.
A different time. Mid-80s, different time.
Yeah.
We were not even born yet. We were born in the late 80s. But that doesn't make it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it not scummy. So I do have a quick Dave's Dingus of the Week for you.
Chris Collinsworth, 14-year-olds? That makes me absolutely sick.
Thank you, Dave, for that.
Wait, for this?
Yeah, thank you, Dave. And it was great, and I couldn't have spoken it any better. Quick joke for you here. So
you're setting every joke.
Yeah, I am. What do you think Chris Collinsworth's favorite piece of literature is to read? When he's in the shitter taking a poop?
Oof. Oh.
You got one for me?
Favorite? No.
High school yearbooks.
And I've been admiring your photo in the yearbook for quite some time now.
You mean like pictures of me as a kid?
Yeah. And may I say, you still look very young.
Ooh.
In a good...
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Well,
you think so?
Yeah, he's scouting out. He's scouting out the fucking. How's the new crop of freshman chicks looking, man?
So tell me, man, how's this year's crop of freshman chicks looking?
So let's break the video down here for you real quick. So he starts off. The video is 1985. They are talking about dating eligible bachelors in the NFL, right? How is their dating life? What's it like, right? And he starts off saying, he didn't have a lot of good dating in the past.
Anything else.
And he started off with kind of innocent, saying, he walks around with $100 bills hanging out of his pockets.
I walk around with $100 bills hanging out of my pockets usually.
Because that's how he attracts women. This is not about his fans, because he would not do this to his fans. Yeah. Scummy and weird. Not scummy, weird. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, now that's whatever. Then he has a quote of, he likes girls that aren't that bright, so he can take advantage of them.
I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit.
Now that's worse.
Yeah.
Don't talk about taking advantage of girls. Like, if you want to do it, that's fine. Don't talk about it. What does that mean?
But he's just saying he likes to go out to the bars.
So take advantage of drunk girls?
Yeah,
like,
so even we can brush that maybe.
But isn't that bad too? Okay,
it's
yeah,
not
let's
good.
brush that.
It's not good.
Let's
it's not
brush
good.
that.
But let's assume we're brushing that.
And that's the title
he
of
likes to
the
go out
YouTube article
and get drunk.
Yes.
He likes obviously he's like it's easier to hook up with drunk girls.
Yes.
Not good. Thing,
yeah.
But
well, that's what drew me to it originally. Is I saw the title of the video.
Reason that people go out.
And the title of the video
but
was
it gets worse.
And I was like, "There's no way he said this." And if that's not the worst thing he said,
it gets worse.
And then he claims that he likes punk rockers, which okay, that's fine, cool.
Sure.
That's a demographic of girls that are of age. And then he says he's a big hit with high school girls, and 14 to 18 is his prime range.
School girls love me. 14 to 18, I'm a big star with them. As soon as they mature, after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there.
And okay, now that's one thing. First of all, high school girls is one thing. They could be 18 and of age.
Sure.
He specifically says 14 to 18. Okay. And then he mentions that once they get to 18 and older than 18, which is the legal age,
they become a little too smart.
But after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there.
Yeah. Bro, wow. So I don't understand how this came out 10 years ago when it was nothing, and then 2 years ago he issued an apology. I don't know. And this is the parallel to what we just saw with Troy Aikman. Okay? Troy Aikman had to issue an apology for saying something about the quarterbacks and
I guess
the personal fouls. Yeah. And his quote was, "We need to take the skirts off." And he had to issue an apology because it was deemed sexist. Yeah. Dude, okay, I get it. That's a sexist comment. But we all say that in the golf course. We say that in a lot of things. Like, take your, I putted that with my skirt. Well, not saying that's the right statement.
All right, so just focus on that level. Yeah. Like, who do you think is, who was it that got pissed off?
I don't know.
That? Do you think it's women?
No.
Like women that actually watch football and understand football.
I don't know who.
It had to have been like Twitter warriors, right?
Yeah, something like that. The whole cancel culture, the idea of it. And again, we are not cancel culture people.
Because that's
you make your own fucking opinion.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
and again, that's a comment that may hurt a group of people, right?
But who?
But
what group of people?
There's
Tell
no
me the group of people. Tell me the group of people.
Soft people.
Who?
Soft Twitter warriors.
But just like, what group of people does that affect?
I don't know. But
the women that don't care?
Does that statement hurt anybody? No. Does saying that you prefer 14 to 18-year-old girls and you're talking about dating, if you've done it, that hurts somebody because you may have been doing it.
Yeah, the Aikman thing is a non-story.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was a story.
I know. But
so how is
that's a relevant
how is
story?
This a story? Yeah. How is this not a story?
Yeah, that's a relevant story. What Collinsworth said is, I mean, yeah.
So he is Matthew McConaughey. I don't know, man. I have nothing against Chris Collinsworth, but unfortunately I have something against people saying things about, 16-year-olds, maybe 15, 14? As Dave said it best. I refer you to Dave Dingus of the week.
So, no, here's the best comparison. He's Urban Meyer. Because Urban Meyer was fingering the butthole of a 20-something, 21-year-old. So the age doesn't matter as long as they're dumb enough to grind up against
anything,
me.
though, Urban Meyer is better than him because.
No.
Well, I mean, that's lofty shit.
At least Urban Meyer, we know for a fact he was high on coke.
Yeah, and doing a bunch of crazy shit. Like, not to get too much into Urban Meyer here.
Collinsworth is hanging out with Al Michaels. What's Al Michaels doing?
Probably just shaking his head, and he's so old, he just doesn't know. I don't know.
Is that why they separated?
Yeah. I don't know. And again, we hate Urban Meyer on here, but at least Urban Meyer's not on record saying he likes 14-year-olds.
But he doesn't have to go on record.
I've said a bunch of dumb shit in this pod. You can go back and look at it. But guess what? I'm never going to be on record talking about minors.
Yeah.
Guess what? I see their ID. Are they 18? Cool. Good. You got a high school? All right.
Yeah, man. Fucking Collinsworth, dude.
It's not good. So let us know what you think. If you agree with us and you think it's crazy, hit the like button. Also subscribe. If you disagree, hit the dislike button and put a comment in and be like, oh, you guys are idiots. You're picking on him. We don't know. It's fucked up, and I could not believe what I saw. I couldn't believe this is slipped through the cracks. I know it was from 85. Dude, I know. So we'll see what happens. But again, thanks for tuning in, and Rob Squared.
Collinsworth.
And it's been a complete joy.